Prepare to unleash your darkest fears with Netflix's Top 10 Spine-Chilling Horror Movies Part 3. From heart-pounding scares to twisted tales of terror, these bone-chilling selections will haunt your dreams. Let's dive right in. Number 10. Don't Listen.
Eric.
This Spanish supernatural horror thriller directed by Angel Gomez Hernandez follows Daniel, Sarah, and their 9-year-old son, Eric, as they move into a house ominously dubbed the House of Voices. Eric is the first to sense something is wrong when he hears unsettling noises from behind every door. As the eerie occurrences escalate, the family is drawn into a nightmare they never anticipated. Despite its straightforward plot and minor inconsistencies, the film is elevated by strong performances, spine-chilling jump scares, and atmospheric cinematography that pulls viewers into its haunted setting. Don't Listen was released in 2020. Number 9. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. This is a supernatural horror film directed by Andre Overdahl and inspired by Alvin Schwartz's iconic book series. Set in 1968, amidst America's social upheaval, the small town of Mill Valley remains untouched by the chaos. However, the sinister legacy of the Bellows family still haunts the city. At the edge of Mill Valley, in a decaying mansion, Sarah Bellows, a girl with dark secrets, penned terrifying stories that blur the line between fiction and reality. When a group of curious teenagers stumbles upon her cursed book, the horrifying tales come to life. With solid performances, compelling pacing, and good direction, the film captures the eerie essence of Schwartz's tales. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark was released in 2019. Number 8. The Babysitter. In the teen black comedy slasher film directed by McG and written by Brian Duffield, young Cole idolizes his cool and captivating babysitter Bee. But when he defies his bedtime, Cole uncovers Bee's horrifying secret. She's a ruthless killer aligned with the devil. As Bee and her twisted crew realize Cole knows the truth, they turn his night into a terrifying game of cat and mouse. With deadly traps and explosive confrontations, Cole must use every ounce of courage to survive the night and escape their sinister clutches. The film's sharp pacing, solid acting, and slick production make it a thrilling fun ride from start to finish. The Babysitter was released in 2017. Number 7. Disappear Completely. In this horror thriller directed and co-produced by Luis Javier Anaina, ambitious tabloid photojournalist Santiago thrives on capturing gruesome scenes of death for a living. He dreams of showcasing his work in an art gallery, but fate has darker plans. After a high-profile murder shoot, Santiago loses his wallet and unknowingly crosses the wrong people. Soon, he's cursed by forces beyond comprehension, and his very existence begins to fade. As he slowly vanishes, Santiago must race against time to break the curse before he disappears entirely. The film is a slow burn, so if you were looking for cheap jump scares and don't want to think too much, skip this movie. Disappear Completely was released in 2022 and is a visually captivating film with outstanding performances and is a skillfully crafted exploration of fear and suspense. Number 6. Creep 2. Directed by Patrick Bryce and co-written by Mark Duplass, this is a gripping sequel to the 2014 psychological horror film Creep. The story follows Sarah, a video artist fascinated by the hidden lives of lonely men. When she responds to a mysterious online ad, she meets a man, Mark Duplass, who claims to be a serial killer. Drawn by the potential to create shocking art, Sarah decides to spend the day with him. As the hours tick by, she realizes she may have ventured into a terrifying situation with no way out. The actors deliver strong performances, making this unpredictable sequel a worthy continuation of the franchise. Creep 2 was released in 2017. Before we dive into number 5, I want to give you some honorable mentions that are definitely worth checking out. Thanksgiving. After a Black Friday riot ends in chaos, Plymouth, Massachusetts, the birthplace of Thanksgiving, becomes the hunting ground for a Thanksgiving-themed killer. Fear grips the town as terror unfolds. The Pope's Exorcist. Based on Father Gabriel Amorth's real files, The Pope's Exorcist follows the Vatican's chief exorcist as he investigates a boy's possession. His quest reveals a hidden, centuries-old Vatican conspiracy. The truth threatens to unravel everything. Nabur. John's girlfriend Ingrid has just left him. That day, he falls into a mystical, frightening world where truth and lies intertwine. Everything blurs as he's drawn into its dark allure. This Norwegian movie is more an intense thriller, but I had to mention it because it was a very interesting experience. Brightburn. After a long struggle with fertility, Tori Breyer's dreams come true with the arrival of a mysterious baby boy named Brandon. As Brandon nears puberty, dark forces awaken within him. Tori's growing doubts and Brandon's twisted actions put everyone around him in danger. If you find yourself searching endlessly for good series and movies to watch, why not let me do the work for you? I scour the depths of all streaming platforms each week to find the best picks. So make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. Number 5. 1408. This psychological horror film, directed by Mikael Hofstrom, is based on Stephen King's chilling 1999 short story. The plot follows author Mike Enslin, known for his paranormal investigations, who receives a cryptic postcard warning him against staying in room 1408 at New York City's Dolphin Hotel. Despite being told the room is permanently unavailable and hearing unsettling stories of past deaths, Enslin stubbornly books a stay. Once inside, he quickly realizes the room's malevolent power is beyond anything he anticipated. The film stands out for its captivating performances, eerie effects, and spine-tingling moments, delivering exactly the kind of psychological horror that keeps viewers on edge. 1408 was released in 2007. Number 4. The Babadook. In Jennifer Kent's psychological horror film, Amelia is haunted by the violent death of her husband 6 years prior. Struggling with her unruly 6-year-old son, Samuel, she finds it hard to connect with him. Samuel, tormented by nightmares of a monster, becomes convinced that a mysterious storybook, the Babadook, has summoned the creature he fears. As Samuel's behavior grows increasingly erratic and violent, Amelia's grip on reality begins to unravel. Medication becomes a desperate measure, but soon, Amelia starts experiencing unsettling signs of a dark presence. The Babadook was released in 2014 and maintains a gripping pace, with great moments and stellar performances, particularly from the young actor. It's psychological horror at its finest. It actually gets under your skin, and when a movie can do that, it's done its job. Number 3. It Follows.
See? Everything's okay.
David Robert Mitchell's horror film dives into the life of 19-year-old Jay, whose autumn should be filled with school, boys, and lake weekends. After a seemingly harmless sexual encounter, Jay is haunted by eerie visions and a chilling, relentless presence pursuing her. As the horror closes in, Jay and her friends must unravel a way to escape the creeping terror that shadows every step. What's great about It Follows is that suspense and fear are created by great cinematography and music, and not cheap scares. It makes you more scared of the unknown, and not violence for the sake of it. It Follows was released in 2014 and highly recommended. Number 2. The Wailing. In Na Hong-jin's horror film, the peaceful village of Gokseong in South Korea is rocked by a series of grisly murders tied to a mysterious illness. Officer Jong-gu, investigating the case, hears rumors about a Japanese stranger living in isolation in the mountains, rumored to be an evil spirit behind the disease. Jong-gu, his partner, and a young priest visit the stranger's eerie home, discovering unsettling evidence, including a goat-head altar and disturbing photos of the dead. When Jong-gu's daughter falls ill, the village turns to a shaman for help, while a mysterious woman accuses the stranger of causing the plague. The film features an intense atmosphere and stellar performances, especially by Jun Kunimura. The Wailing was released in 2016. Before we dive into number 1, make sure to watch part 1 and 2 as well for some great Netflix horror recommendations. I will link them at the end of the video and in the description. Number 1. The Conjuring. In 1971, Carolyn and Roger Perrone moved their family into a rundown Rhode Island farmhouse, only to encounter increasingly terrifying supernatural events. As their nightmare intensifies, Carolyn seeks help from renowned paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren. The Warrens uncover a chilling satanic presence haunting the property and threatening the Perrone family. To end the terror, they must summon all their expertise and spiritual strength to confront the malevolent force at its source. The Conjuring masterfully builds suspense with a slow, eerie escalation leading to a heart-pounding climax. With an exceptional script, acting, and direction, this horror film stands out as a modern classic in the genre. It was released in 2013.